big thing. You just like kind of cook it on screen, and it pops out, and hopefully it's cool and everybody likes it. If not, then well, too bad. But yeah, so all that cool armor and stuff. I mean, it's just like you just working with all that and just like trying to make cool armor, and that's what basically I do. There's not a go-to guide to like cool armor, I guess. So
Okay.
it's just like finding all the information and putting it together when you actually draw the armor. So
I think that's good, KeKai. The next question we have is from Ismail Wamala. Doesn't have a mic, so I'm going to ask for them. Glow effects. In your paintings, vibrant sunlight in the landscapes, how do you paint them in?
let's see. Usually it becomes like a sort of like a helps that you can change your values and control them so you can actually get that sort of sense. But after that, it's usually like, you get your values correct, and then honestly, like, whatever happens after that, it doesn't really matter. Values are more important than any sort of color.
Okay.
So basically, just gain those values right, and then setting up that dramatic sense of like that lighting situation, setting up that in your values, and just using like some simple soft light layers and some grunt work. Painting, and then you can just kind of get that feeling off it. So.
Okay, thanks a lot, KeKai, for that answer. The next question we have is from Alex Lee. He says, "Hi, glad to be here, and I've learned a lot from your art. My question is, beyond the concept artist job, how do you conceive your artistic career in the future in 6 to 10 years?
I don't know, actually. I hope I'm doing art. I hope I'm better at art in 6 to 10 years. But otherwise, in terms of just art, I can't really say. I mean, I just hope I'm doing art in some capacity. I can't really like say where I'm going to be at. I really don't like doing that. I mean, all the things I've been able to do is just by me being like presented an opportunity and just taking it. So who knows? And basically all I can do at this point is just be ready for whatever can pop up. So
that's fair. Zachary Graves asks, well, let me first see if Zachary, has not, okay. I'm going to read the question for Zachary. I saw in the workshop you began paintings at a very large scale with low resolution, 80-inch paintings with 72 dpi, then switched to high resolution much later. Why do you prefer this over a smaller painting with a high resolution early on?
Just personal preference. This all started way back in the day when I had a really crappy computer, and for some reason the high DPI did not want to work with my computer. It always like the low DPI one. It just seemed to run faster by painting 72 dpi rather than 300. So basically, I just kept that and just kept on working on it. It's just a personal preference of mine.
Okay.
That's about it.
No problem. That's fair. The next question we have is from Dixon Levitt. I think it's Levitt. They don't have a mic, so I'm asking on their behalf. What are some tips for making your character poses dynamic?
Dynamic character poses, really just going to the life drawing and really finding out what the body and not going to the life drawing, right? And drawing the human body, understanding what it looks like, and drawing it well is very key. But more importantly, when you're at life drawing, you should also be trying to understand how the body works also. So that when you do start to, so not only can you draw the human body like in any sort of position, you can also make the human body find that position. So basically, like, you know, if I'm drawing a character like that, I may not want it to be like that. I may want to change that arm and stuff, and so basically changing things up, rotating elbows. Hey, maybe it's cool, like the hands like that. But definitely, it's being able to find the most. The key is like just finding that. The key to a dramatic like pose is like, you know, you finding it. It's not usually like the first thing. You maybe have a good idea. It's like drawing a thumbnail. It's like a thumbnail inside your composition. It's like basically you're trying to find it. So being able to understand the body to such a degree that you can actually like kind of find it, and then just like being able to step back and recognize, hey, that is dramatic. Like you have to be your own self-director. Like you have to be your own director, and be like, yes, that's a dramatic pose. People can understand it. So it takes a little bit of just like you just have to do it, and you just have to learn trial and error and stuff. So some poses work better than others in certain situations, and then understanding what the storyline within the composition and stuff, you know, it gives you a greater sense of like what's going to be the highlight, you know, what's going to be like that moment.
Okay, great, KeKai. Our next question is from, I believe, Matthew. His mic is currently off because his kids are playing in the background, so we'll ask the question for him. Matthew asked, do you feel you were competent with 3D before you got a job as a texture artist?
Oh, I was a terrible 3D artist. They hired me on as a texture artist because my 3D was so. Yeah, my 3D was quite. I knew how to open the program. That's what it.
Okay, that's fine. Our next question is from Georgie, who has not actually written a question yet. However, he does have a microphone. So I'm going to activate his mic so that you can at least talk to him. So Georgie, if you're there.
Yes. Good day.
Can you speak close to the mic and a little bit louder for us? Thank you.
Is this okay?
Perfect.
Okay. I'll try to be fast. So I've had an Intuos 3 for about 5 years. I'm very pleased with it, and I had a carpenter custom make an addition to my desk so that I can paint at 30 degrees, for the sake of convenience and so that it isn't unpleasant. But recently I've been developing the initial symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome in my left hand, which I use for the express keys, and I just wanted to ask if, in your experience, KeKai, the Cintiq has more advantages in terms of ergonomics in comparison to other non-screen-based tablets.
To tell you the truth, honestly, like my hands actually hurt a little bit more by using the Cintiq than actually when I was working with the Intuos. Because my, I don't know, it's just the whole fact of the matter is that my posture is like terrible when working at the Cintiq. My posture was actually better when I was using the Intuos because I used to just like go like all lowrider style and just draw with me like slouching back, which is actually like, you know, arms like all actually in the right position. But when I'm like drawing the Cintiq, I'm all like hunched over. All my hands are like, you know, crowded into like trying to press buttons and stuff. So honestly, like, I don't know, man. I would like to say it's better. Some people say it's better, but I don't know. The fact of the matter is, you know, using anything like these contraptions for any long periods of time is going to cause some problems without if you don't like take any sort of like, you know, safety precautions when using it. Take your breaks. You know, find out those stretches that you can do and stuff, and just maybe just like don't just stop